now that we have our Blum allocation intact, what is going to be the price of the Blum token at listing and after listing? Let's say a few days from listing. In this video, let's take a look at the price prediction. I'm going to do a realistic price prediction for the Blum token at listing and few days after listing, what I think is going to turn out to be. And a very ridiculous post by the Blum team. I'm going to show you that post in this very video and why I think that is not a good idea from the Blum team. All of this and the pre-market price right now and many more in this very video. So pay attention and watch this video all the way to the very end. The first thing here is, before we talk about the token price at listing, that is the listing price, we must know the circulating supply. And for the fact that we know that the total supply is going to be 1 billion, look at it right here, 1 billion of this token is going to be in circulation, then we can use this to know the circulating supply from the tokenomics. And if you look at the tokenomics here, we have 20% for community, and then 30% of that is going to be in circulation right here out of this 50%. Okay, and then if you come down a little bit, you see ecosystem growth. So for ecosystem growth, we have 19% unlock at TGE. Okay, very important. And we have treasury, we have 10% unlock at TGE. So if you do 10 plus 19, that is 29. And if you come down a little bit, this we have no unlock at TGE, and this as well, no unlock at TGE. And one thing very important here is if you combine the treasury, which is 10%, plus this and plus the one that is going to come out of this very 20% for community, it is called that we're looking at between 30 to 40% of this token is going to be in circulation, that is as the circulating supply. Okay, so if between 30-40% of the token is going to be as circulating supply initially, then we can use this to calculate our price prediction. And I'm going to be very realistic about this and what I think is going to be, not only that, based on the development, the innovation, and what the Blum team want to do in the near future and what they've done already, because this is very important to know the range where the price is going to be. So if we say the Blum token is 1 billion total supply, then that means I can say 40% or 30% of this token is going to be in circulation from this calculation. So if I assume, in my opinion, let me say 40% is going to be in circulation, and 40% of 1 billion should be 400 million. Okay, 400 million. So 400 million of this token initial supply from the total supply of 1 billion is going to be released into the market at instant, and this multiplied by 0.05, because that is where I think the price is going to start from, 0.05. Now you may have something contrary to this, and that is very okay, but in my opinion, this is where I think the price is going to start from. 0.05 is going to be the listing price, and then price can move upward, 0.05, which will give us a $20 million market capitalization for the Blum token, and the price can move all the way to 0.5. This is my personal opinion, which is $200 million. Of course, this will be much more later, but within the period of listing to 1 month, we can see this come to pass, or maybe 3 months or 9 months or thereabout. But if you look at the mechanism that the Blum team have put in place, definitely they don't want much sell pressure, and for that fact, we can see the token begin to move up gradually. Okay, even though we don't see aggressive pump, and this is also going to contribute to this very token moving forward, especially if the tension we are seeing right now in the Middle East begin to cool down, then it can help the token move upward. If the tension increase, definitely the token is not going to do well, because market respond to negative sentiment, and the BST control the market all the way to the downside. No matter the mechanism you put in place, is still not going to do well, because sentiment rules in the market. This is my personal opinion. Sentiment is very important. It's at the top there. before we talk about on-chain data, and then we talk about technical analysis. So this is my price prediction. Look at 0.05, $20 million market cap, and then price is going to move upward, which is very, very sure, to 0.5. Anything above 0.5 price, I consider it not realistic. Anything can happen in crypto, that's correct, but in my opinion, I think this should be the highest price in the next 3 months or 6 months of the listing of this very token. But I am looking at the price starting from 0.05. This is my personal opinion on this very airdrop, and this is my price range. And this is what you have to pay attention to as well, and don't over expect from the Bloom token. As I always say, don't over expect from any token at all. So what do you think about the price of Bloom? Do you think it's going to hit $1? They're going to list at $1, $2? Do you think it's 0.1, 0.5, or are you looking at $0.8 at listing as the listing price? Do you think they can put in that liquidity to make the token do that much? Comment below the comment section of this very video. Let me see your thoughts. This is very important to all of us that is on this airdrop right now. I think they are not going to do much. However, they're going to put in significant liquidity into the liquidity pool to make the token move all the way to the upside. So I want to show you that ridiculous post that I just saw from the Bloom team, which is this very post right here. Very ridiculous. If you already have your Bloom token intact, and you already have the one that you will receive on the day of TGE, that is on the listing day, the claimable token. Look at it right here. Here is how it works if you have 10 Bloom. Claim on first day, okay, which is the listing day. Let's say you have 10 Bloom. That means you can only claim 3 Bloom to be claimed. 3 Bloom to be claimed, because that is 30% of 10 Bloom that you have as total allocation. Then the remaining 7 Bloom will be born if you don't claim it after 180 days. If you don't claim it after 180 days. And then look at the calculation here. Claim at 30 days. Okay, so on the 30th day, you can claim this amount of Bloom, and the remaining will be Bloom. Remember, you can claim only once. So if you decide to claim on the 30th day, this is what you're going to claim. If you decide to claim on the day 90, this is the amount of Bloom you're going to claim as well. This is it. You're going to claim this amount of Bloom right here, and the remaining will be born. And if you decide to claim on the day 180, then that means you're going to claim your entire 10 Bloom. That is the remaining 7 Bloom that was left over after you claim the first one, which is 3 Bloom right here. Okay, now what this means is you have to wait until 180 days if you want to claim everything. That is after your first claim, which is on the TGE and listing date. The next claim is going to be on the 180 day, which is very ridiculous. You have to wait. Or if you want to just collect maybe this amount on the 30th day, you do that. If you want to collect this amount of Bloom on the 90th day, you do that. Remember, you have the opportunity to claim just once. This is ridiculous. They make the community to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait for 6 months. 6 months. This is not a good plan at all. Although somebody can argue it out and say, no, it's better for the community, it's better for the token. They want to ensure there is no sell pressure. They don't want the token to be much in supply and all of those stuff, which is going to put pressure on the token, and the token will begin to drop all the way to the downside and some stuff like that. I understand. But there are other mechanisms as well that you can also put in check. Let's say, for example, claiming after maybe 30 days, and then at the end of 180 days you claim everything. Not that you're going to claim just once and the remaining one will be born. That is ridiculous. It's not good at all. So this is very important, and why I think this very post and this announcement is not a good plan at all. So if you don't get that right, and don't claim on the 30th day, because you're not going to get much from the Blum airdrop. However, you can try to claim on the 90th day or the 180 day, it depending on your choice. But any Blum remaining, if you don't claim on the 180 day, will be born, and that's all. because you have only one chance to claim. So this is a very ridiculous post which is not good at all for airdroppers and the community, in my opinion. If you look at the Bloom pre-market, it's trading at 0.0024, which is not bad, because if you look at it, market is not dumping as other crypto is dumping all the way to the downside. We see market crashing all the way right down, Bitcoin fall below 100k, and we see the Bloom token now maintaining stability. It's a good thing. However, I still expect this very movement to the downside a little bit, and then the next move to the upside, especially if they announce their listing and TGE early next month, because that is what I am looking at. That should happen early next month or late next month, July. So the price of this token is going to come down a little bit, in my opinion, from technical standpoint, and then it's going to move up gradually all the way to the upside. However, I don't think we can see 0.003 before listing. I believe market is going to revolve around this very area right here, okay? And then listing is going to happen, and then this chart will be null and void because the market will now have the token live. So this is what I think the price of the Bloom token is going to be, 0.05. the listing price, and then market can move up to 0.5. This is my personal opinion. What do you think the price is going to be? Comment below in the comment section of this very video. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for other crypto contents. Join our Telegram channel, link in the description of this very video and also in the pinned comment. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.